Hello world, it's Watts from Love Watts, sitting here with the one and only
Blue.
Blue. Yeah, Blue, not just Blue though, Blue the Great.
I guess.
One of the questions I want to ask is where the name Blue came from.
When I moved to Texas, I grew up playing football.
Okay.
And my name is Brian Blue. Just playing football, changing schools. When you're good at sports.
Yeah.
I mean, they always call you by your last name, so Blue, what was that on the tackle? Blue. And it just everyone at school now knows me by Blue. So.
And you moved back out here
when after maybe a few years after I dropped out of college. So I moved out here maybe like 2013, I think.
Okay.
2014.
All right.
2013, I believe.
Yeah, and that might be around the time when I got up with you. Actually.
Yep. At the first studio.
Right there on like Fairfax. Right?
Yeah, I shared a studio with my homie Chris. He's a photographer, and it was two people in the tiniest little studio, but right there on Fairfax, above like Flight Club and stuff. So really on the block. But that was like my intro to LA and the LA scene.
And I mean, you was in the thick of it there too. I mean, because you had everybody pop through. I mean, I guess it was a little different of a time right there. It was a little bit more raw. Now it's like, I don't know, 42nd Street. I don't know what you even compare it to.
No, it's crazy. I feel like
now
it's turned into Melrose.
Facts for sure.
But it was cool. When I was there, it was like, you would see Tyler's before. It's when I had the little shop over there.
Yep.
And
when he would just be able to still pop up on his BMX and buzz around, and he wasn't getting mobbed.
And that was the coolest thing about LA. I mean, I feel like they had Known Gallery right there, Seventh Letter Gallery right there. Mm-hmm. And then literally I just moved to LA and I could see everybody. I walked down Fairfax and there's Vince Staples. I saw the Locks hop out van one time. It's like everyone just, so much culture on that block. It's just the hundreds.
And what would you say LA is like the spot where you started to get really known? I mean, like for your art?
It's weird because in Dallas, I felt like I became a bigger fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
Just as far as art went.
Okay.
And like, I feel like just the community that was in Dallas was not as knowledgeable about art as maybe a LA or New York.
Right.
So I was doing really, really cool stuff in Dallas. I don't think my art was where it needed to be.
It's funny you say that because I feel like that's like, my followers and stuff. It's almost like I'm introducing a bunch of people to what the concept of art even is. You know what I mean? Like people don't even realize, okay, what is art? You know, like they don't, like they might think Picasso or Van Gogh or something, but they don't necessarily realize that, people that make merch these days or whatever, those are art pieces that transform into t-shirts and like, kind of like schooling people. So I'm sure you did a bunch of schooling.
Nah, for sure. I feel like the art thing is just like, a lot of people can understand like music. Like they can understand like somebody getting on a song and being able to express themselves very uniquely on a song. But I feel like when they think about like paintings, people think of like this old school Picasso or they only think of like Basquiat or Kaws,
Right.
So like just showing people
that's very recent still too.
Super.
I mean, like I feel like in our culture, this whole Basquiat Kaws thing, like this is within like the last 3-4 years that people recognizing what this art form really and truly is.
Yeah.
And you're caught up right in the middle of it. I'm trying to think back when I first did your studio visit back then, let's say 2013, 14, you were still doing the mummies, right?
Yep. I just kind of started breaking them at that point where it's like, we just started committing to that concept of playing with the bandages and stuff. But it's insane to look back and see how far it's been developed and pushed. And I feel like that's the coolest thing with the mummy concept is just like making something organically and growing it without like too much thought. Like, it's just kind of made sense to keep pushing that.
So that's what I kind of want to ask you. So there was no real thought process behind the mummies?
At the beginning, there wasn't much thought process. It was like, I was at that stage where I'm just trying stuff. And I tried it once on this little Beyonce picture. I was like, oh, this is cool because it was the most simple thing being that it's really just like lines and color. But then it makes something so complex. And then you start thinking about the actual meaning. Now I can build this into different things when I have different ideas. But I started with no concept and I ended up building it to the point where it's like playing with the idea of like preservation and decay at the same time. So if I'm doing something super classic, like an American flag, it's like, is this pro or anti? And it's kind of that's one of the things, but it's crazy because I've been able to build so much meaning into it and it's like not forced, it's just like, makes sense.
So ultimately, what is the mummy to you right now? Because I see with your work, it's not just mummifying human characters, but it's mummifying the American flag it's mummifying guns, right? It's you mummify pretty much everything, right?
Yeah.
So what does that really mean for you today here, 2019, about to be 2020?
I think the mummy stuff is it means a lot. Like first and foremost is like you want to make something that feels signature. So like sometimes it's just playful signature. Like I'll put just a goofy ass mummy in my painting just on some like, you know who it is, you know, calling card. Other than that, like I like making work that actually is saying something about something, you know, and like playing with the concept of life and death and afterlife and religions and just all of these things. Even just the fact there's like, if I mummify someone, it doesn't have to be a specific person.
Okay.
You know, it could just be a person. They don't have to be black, they don't have to be white. It's just concept of this thing that might be dead or royal, or we're trying to preserve this, or, you know, just has so many different layers on it.
Yeah. From the looks of it, it looks like you've been rocking Jordans since like birth pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I've seen the throwbacks. It looked like you must have been 2.
Yeah.
Did you even watch any of them games back in the day? First of all, because you was probably too young. Second of all, you look at your feet right now, like you got your own collab with Jordan, right? Like, I mean, how does that feel? I don't know where you can start, but explain a little bit of it.
Here we are, maybe like a month out from when the shoe came out, and still feels fake.
Right?
Still feels unreal. My dad was he was playing football and he was a sports guy. He grew up in the 90s, you know, so like Jordan head all the way, saw Jordan's whole career. Everyone was on Jordan, so I just was birthed into the Jordan club.
How did it come? Like, I mean, did Nike reach out to you?
I got to work directly with the Jordan team a few times. Once I did some custom basketballs for this Blake Griffin event that was given to high schoolers as trophies, all the basketballs, but it came out really well. Then they asked me to do custom shoes for them when they opened this downtown LA store. So I've worked with them a few times, and then they reached out and told me I might be getting a shoe, and I was like, is this the right number?
Wow.
And then ended up going down.
And then how involved were you in the design process? Because I know these are your colors.
A million percent.
You 1,000,000%.
Like,
you said, all right, this part is yellow, that part is red, and my shoelaces are gonna be light blue.
Yeah, the coolest thing with working with Jordan, first question I asked was how much freedom would I get? And I 100% designed the whole shoe, and they were like, this is cool. And that's how it went. Like, it wasn't like they gave me something that was pre-made or anything like that. Like, literally got to make a whole bunch of designs and sent the ones I thought were the best, and straight through. Like, no pushback.
And now, I know you were painting sneakers in high school.
Yep.
Right? And that was just a little part-time. Was that your first artist experience?
That was my first hustle. Painting shoes in high school. My first, like, learning how to have a customer client relationship and consulting with people on their shoes.
Were you painting canvases back then?
No, I was just drawing.
Okay.
I was scared to paint like that.
You were drawing.
But I would paint art class.
Okay.
But like drawing was the big thing. It was like, pen, pencil. I'm taking notes. I'm drawing fake tattoos on myself. Like, I was doing customs in high school. I'd make like $60 or something and draw. First one I drew was Cookie Monster. I remember someone was like, yo, can you do Cookie Monster? Yeah. I used some little paint markers, made it nice, and I graduated to the Angeles paint. I was on forums, like reading how to do this stuff, and then got hired by this store, one of the few boutiques in Dallas called Big Mike's, who was one of the only premium boutiques.
One of my other questions I got for you, as far as sculpture, like I know you're dabbling in sculpture as well. Are they 3D rendering type things, or are you actually getting
I'm just going in. I'm just figuring it out as I go.
You're just figuring it out as you go.
Look, this is the mold they come out of.
Okay.
So I pour the resin in here, and the resin hardens, and then I get those. Now my brain's a little fucked up because I'm like, damn, I can make anything and just reproduce them. So these two are made with like clear, like a see-through material.
This is where you need to go, this route right here. You see at all of these, I picked this one, and this is my number 2 choice right here. But then I like these too though. Like just the regular.
Just the OG kind of.
Yeah. So
it's cool, man.
Experimenting.
Yeah, like the sculpture stuff's amazing because
I love it.
You're
I love it.
Making your brain think in 3D now.
Yeah.
So you're like, I can literally make anything.
Yeah. Love it. Throw my little bag over there. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm just gonna give you a hat.
No, I appreciate it.
Rock hats.
I got a big ass head.
This, by the way, this is how I move in real life. I figured it matched my outfit. It's Ralph's. This is how things go down.
I appreciate it. Thank you.